Hello everybody. Today we're back with the sports, more specifically I guess basketball side of my PSA return. Overall, I'm pretty sure it's probably around 90 cards around there, but 58 of them are just specifically for that kind of old basketball collection that I picked up. There's, I want to say, about 6 big cards in it. Yes, I went through it before, so I'll be going over it with you and so you could see. And again, these cards are basically from 90s all the way through to the early 2000s. And the big cards that I wanted, those came back 10s. So I am so excited to show you this. This is like nuts. And again, just for kind of recollection of the whole thing, I picked up this lot, and again, this is only like, I would say a third of it, quarter of it from what was left. And I just kind of sent in the good ones and the ones that I want graded. So just for reference, I spent about $400 to $500 on this, and I mean, to grade fees average around 30. There's, I mean, each of these cards minimum returns that in general, and a couple handful of them return that in like tenfold. Let's get into this because I'm ecstatic to what this thing came out as. Okay, so I'm not trying to hide anything. This is just, there's 58 cards here, 19 stack, and a 20 stack. So I'll kind of go through it just so, again, everyone could see it. A lot of these were so close to a 10 that it's actually crazy. A lot of them didn't get a 10. And even just kind of Googling them and looking them up online, some of them haven't had sales in years. So there's kind of an unknown value on some of them, but regardless, let's kind of look into them here. So Allen Iverson, and I'm pretty sure this was, I want to say a set one. I'm not sure. Regardless, like again, this is a 9. It's so close to a 10, but I'm pretty sure it's just kind of like this corner here. If I can get better lighting on it. It's just a little, it's got a little mar on it. The Gary Payton for the Warriors, the Bowman's Best. This one was clean, but I don't know. I guess I took a little more harshness on the corners on this one. Jason Kidd. I mean, I think this one maybe had a little bit of a bend in it. I'm not sure, but again, Jason Kidd stuff's good. Stephen Marbury. This is just a cool card, like the hollow on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to get it exactly, but there's a whole other layering of a picture there, if I can get the right light on it. But it's a lot different than what's now. So, and then Patrick Ewing. This one's a good one. Again, these cards are, some of them are 30 plus years old. It's hard to like, because I know they're wicked on vintage stuff. It's just cool to see these like older cards. We got a Vince Carter one. Being a Raptors fan, seeing him when he was younger, this was definitely a big one. This was a cool one. And then we got some of the Skybox metal one, the Universe, Kevin Garnett. And then we got some Shaq ones, All-Star Class, 95. These things are, again, I'm not even like, I already put the big ones at the bottom of the third stack just so you get an idea of what it is. So, like, these are fantastic. So you got Stadium Club, Rookie 2, Allen Iverson. Crazy young here, man. Holy jeez. Grant Hill was definitely an abundance in this specific stuff that I bought. Again, 94, Topps Finest. Like, it's so close to, but again, this being more off-centered. And the problem is, it's kind of obvious off-center. The corners on a lot of these cards are actually like perfect, but you can kind of clearly see it's off-center. But getting a 9 on some of this older stuff though is a crazy thing in itself. And it's funny seeing like some of these like cut ones, because we did receive, so there was a 59 card and this was a Chris Webber one, but as you can see, it's mini size. It's hard to tell if it was cut, but it's short by probably minimal, but again, they had some of those back then, because that one's a 97, the Fleer. But then you go into this, and this one, like, I mean, again, it's not holstered in 100%, it's more just in the plastic, like almost like a penny sleeve. It's in there. I mean, I don't know how they grade these ones that nice, but again, it is what it is. Another Grant Hill one, SPX, Super Feats, Grant Hill, Total Z, Masters. Again, a lot of 9s, a lot of 8s. I have a couple, again, 6, 7s, 5s, random ones, but I'm not really worried about these ones. These ones, to the right person, these are worth it. You don't see these cards anymore. It's just a crazy thing in itself. Like, this is so vintage that it's unknown of its true value. But again, there'll be some sort of dollar value on it. I'm not saying it's like these are cards, or these ones more specific are thousands of dollars, but these ones more to the point of these are bigger names. Glenn Robinson from '94 from the Bucks. Again, you have a Black Diamond Jordan one. This one, I believe, no, this one's not. This one wasn't from a set, but regardless, like, again, PSA 8, Scottie Pippen, PSA 9, Hardaway. Again, these cards though, like, they're so different from what they are now. Stuff that like hasn't been seen in years. The print process is just awesome. Like, I was just checking one of these. These just sold on, I think it was on eBay for, I think it was like $300 or $250, something like that. So there's just a lot of money that's sitting in these old cards. Again, non-graded, they're worth whatever. Because it's so difficult to get anything above, I would say, an 8 on these, it definitely makes it just tough. But there is a ton of wicked cards out of this set. And again, for them being between 20 to 30 years, these grades, regardless, are fantastic. Like, this one is basically next year a 30-year-old card, and it's as close to a 10 as you would get from one of these cards from back then. Kobe Bryant, rookie exclusive. Like, again, these are crazy. Charles Barkley, 92, 32 years old on this thing. There's so much. This one I was hoping was a 10, but, and again, even just like the print process, like the embossed print that's there, you can see it. It's hard to see it, but you can see, oh no, you can see it there. You can see it on the back. It's phenomenal. And the condition that these were, when I originally received these, I did not think these were that good in condition. It's definitely a big one. You look back at it now and it's like, holy, this is worth it. So Karl Malone, which is awesome. Like, just PSA 9s and so many things. Again, a PSA 10 on these older ones though, it changes the value like crazy. Crazy. So another Jordan, Black Diamond, number 11. And again, just the print, the whole print process on these, you can see this is a 26-year-old card. And it was just immaculate. For how old these things are though, I am so happy. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy for the grades to be like this for how old these things are. I'm just astonished. I mean, listen, when I bought these, I did expect a little bit. I was hoping there would be 9s and some 10s, and there is some 10s. There is some 10s. There's some big 10s, like big 10s. Airtime Departure. There's like, again, Michael Jordan PSA 9s for his 90s cards are fantastic. Grant Hill ones. So again, like the 410, I thought they were 410 like printed, but in my head that doesn't make sense, but these are a set, so you would have to get all the set of 10 of them. So Ray Allen, 96, and again, just the print process. These old cards were fantastic. Karl Malone, like this thing's 30 years old. Crazy. Grant Hill. And I think this Jordan one was a numbered one. Yeah, to 3000. When Upper Deck did, I think this was from a set, I think. And then, yeah, MVP hologram. Hakeem Olajuwon. A lot of Jordan 9s, which was, again, very nice to see. Was very happy about that. So, Jordan 8. Jordan 8. So, we get into the big boys now. Okay, and again, I've looked up a few of these because I was honestly so curious. So a lot of these don't have like recent sales of stuff, and like just 8 9s for a modern cert number to have a 10 is crazy in itself. Just absolutely nuts. So again, Jason Kidd, Hall of Famer right here, PSA 10. Crazy. This is the big boy right here. Kobe Bryant, debut, PSA 10. This is the big one. This, because the last PSA 10, and again, that was the older certifications, sold for around 3,000 US. So a modern cert to the right person could be crazy. I was just astonished when I saw this, and it got a 10. Oh my gosh, this is the big boy. Again, Scottie Pippen, PSA 10. Michael Jordan, and again, I don't think this was the numbered one, but the Black Diamond, PSA 10. I think this one was a few $100s. I think it was part of a single set you bought back in the day. Ray Allen. So I think this was like the metal. I don't know if it was actually metal card, but again, PSA 10. Charles Barkley. This one was hard to find. I don't know. The pop on these ones was super low. Like super low. And there hasn't been a sale on one of these in a long time. If ever. So, and again, a modern cert having this is like, the value is almost slightly unknown. So it's definitely one of those things. So we got Chris Webber, the last two here. So this is a 93. Again, almost 30 plus years old. And yeah, this is big time. And then the Emotion one, again, in the 10. This is actually crazy. This is like, again, vintage. You're not looking for 10s because it is going to be damn near impossible on sports to get 10s on vintage. And listen, I'm okay with that. The 9s is going to be the 10s. Anything past or pre 2000, if you have a 10 in it, it's the value is almost unlimited. Like, it's crazy. And the sad thing is, a lot of the 10s that came back then are 8s, so 7, 8, 9s. They were very easy to grade them. I have a few Zapdos, I have a few like older Pokemon ones from the older certs, the 1 certs, the 2 certs that are 10s, and you compare them to side by side with 9s in a modern number, not even close. The 9s are a better quality than the 10s. So again, 59 cards minus the one that didn't get graded. So 58, and I got 8 cards in a 10. Listen, that number ratio, it doesn't sound good on paper, but this thing is fantastic. This is nothing but a win out of this. So extremely happy with PSA, extremely happy how PSA graded it, and extremely happy about the person that sold me this thing for a budget. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it in its entirety. This is a big, it doesn't seem like, on paper this doesn't seem like a big thing, but it is. For the number of 9s that were in here, that again, they probably flip-flop between a 10 and a 9 on a lot of them, but because they're vintage, and you know, a PSA 9 in some of these cards could be worth like $300. A PSA 10 could be worth like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, because the pop on a 10 on a lot of these older ones is almost nothing. Like, it's like you go to a PSA 10 freaking Umbreon VMAX, right? There's like thousands of this, and it's like you pull up this, there's like 40, and this is from 96. This is from 96. It was printed in 96, 97. Okay, that is 27 years. Okay, 27 years. Umbreon VMAX. It's maybe, what is that? I have it somewhere here. I would assume that it's 21 or 20. No, 22. So it's 3 years old, and there is probably 5, 6, 7,000 PSA 10s. So in 3 years, there's been thousands of them. In 27 years, there's been 40 of those. The math doesn't sometimes make sense, but when this Kobe is worth, it's not even like that much more. Like the Umbreon VMAX, like if you had a handful of them, they're worth more than this Kobe one, which is kind of a weird thing in general, but that's not for me to decide. It's just basically demand. That's all it is. Demand and popularity. That's all. But again, super excited about this. Like, I was, when I saw the cards coming back, I couldn't help myself. I had to look into it, and then I had to see it when it came back. This was a big one. I am happy. Thank you. I'm going to be trying to upload some of these to eBay and some of the older stuff. Like, there's probably, well, there's 59 cards here. There's another 100 in the case that I have from the guy. So there's well over, I mean, the right number of things, probably $10,000 in cards, which is crazy. But again, when you don't want to deal with this, and this is starting to become, it's a side business right now for me, and trying to move stuff, flip stuff, do this sort of stuff, and I get it. Life is busy. Take a second, look around, because a lot of the stuff that we had, for people in their, I want to say kids, but we're old now. We're old. I'm in my early 30s. Like, again, people in their 30s, 40s. If you hoarded a lot of the stuff from when we were kids, we grew up in the 90s, there's so much stuff that is worth so much money. All I can say is take the time, go through it. Even if, again, it's collecting dust in a room, don't expect it to go up like 100 times more in the next few years, but take the time, go through it, let somebody else deal with it. Money, I would say, is definitely a necessity nowadays. There's probably binders somewhere in somebody's house with cards like this that they forgot about. 20 years passes by, you go through high school, college, start a family, and then you go through a binder and you're like, holy crap, I have this. This is worth $3,000 or whatever, right? Take the time, go through it, check your stuff, because people have no idea what they have lying around. And again, or even what's still collectible. I can be honest, that's what it is. These are collectible items. But again, super happy, but thank you for watching. If you like everything that we're doing and what we will continue to be doing, we appreciate it. You know, like, comment, subscribe. You know, I'm always here to open changes, stuff like that. The channel's growing, and I want to at least be interactive on that side of it, that if there's something that you want to see change, let me know. So, appreciate the love. Thank you. Have a great day. See ya.